TOLKUNBEK UULU of Kyrgyzstan boxing out of that red corner. Ahmet SENOL of Turkey in the blue.
Round one.
So here we go into the start of the first round. They're scheduled for 3, of course. This in the super heavyweight division. SENOL of Turkey there in the blue, just looking to try and maraud forward and launch that right hand. The referee telling them to try and keep their heads up. I think he might be fighting a bit of a losing battle with that. Certainly with SENOL, because he does dip his head on the way in. He looks to get quite low. TOLKUNBEK UULU looking for the jab. SENOL just climbing onto the inside and trying to let his hands go. I don't think we're going to see a massive amount of jabbing from the man in blue. Leads off with a hook there, and again, he does carry that head quite low. Throws that combination and then ends up on the shoulder of TOLKUNBEK UULU. It's quite a difficult style to deal with. Ideally, you do really need a jab for it. Something to hit him with on the way in. As I keep saying over the course of the past few days, just to knock him off balance, make him reset and start again. Because if you can't stop him walking in on you, he won't necessarily land clean, but it'll just be very difficult to get any of your own work done. Razi moves in. Got to try and keep some kind of gap, take a step back and try and time him. There's a good left hand to the body there from SENOL. That's a nice jab. I said we won't see him jab much, but the first time we do, he crunches one on the chin of TOLKUNBEK UULU. Often he's looking for that kind of heavy sandbag of a right hand. There it is again. Really put some effort into that. The referee saying that it's coming around the back of the head. It kind of is a little bit at times. SENOL trying to move that head and then pops out the jab. It actually looks like he's got a decent jab. There goes the bell, and for the first time really in that round, right at the end there, TOLKUNBEK UULU just caught SENOL as he was coming forward, and you saw him just stop in his tracks there. It wasn't that heavy a jab, but as he's coming forward, it kind of doubles the impact. It's like he's walked into a wall there. He's just bounced off. SENOL 10-9 across the board, which is fair enough. But that's what TOLKUNBEK UULU needs to do.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Start of the second round, TOLKUNBEK UULU of Kyrgyzstan in the red. Ahmet SENOL of Turkey in the blue. SENOL took that opening round with all 5 judges. And again, the start of the second, looking to get onto the front foot. That was a nice left hand to the body. You saw him just dip, twist to his left, and then come over the top with a right hand. He's a well-organised fighter, SENOL. He knows what his strengths are. He knows what he wants to try and do. Stepped forward, then took a step out as Tolkunbek Uulu bought what I don't think actually was a feint. I think it was a genuine move, but it triggered a movement in Tolkunbek Uulu, who then tried to come forward himself, and SENOL reacted to that. That's a good right hand. Found really good distance with that right hand. Threw it straighter. I think he might have more success if he does throw that right hand straighter. Most of the time so far he's looked to put real effort onto a big swinging wide overhand right, which, as the referee indicated in the first round, there it goes there, is actually quite hard to land as a really legitimate scoring shot, but he's landed it there. He has landed it there. He walked right onto that. Tolkunbek Uulu dumped onto his back. That was a heavy knockdown. The referee just wipes off the gloves. 1:15 remaining in round two, and just as I'd said, he hadn't had much joy with that particular punch, and he might be better off throwing it straight. He absolutely nailed him with it. And he's taking a point for holding here, the referee. And this is turning into a torrid round for Erzhan Tolkunbek Uulu, and he's there for the taking now. I don't think he's really recovered. The referee would have had a good look at him, but he was wide open there as SENOL caught him with a couple of punches. He's just waiting to set that right hand up again here, SENOL. Up until that point, he managed to keep that left glove up. Tolkunbek Uulu, he managed to protect himself, but that time he didn't, and he was caught quite tall, quite square. And that was why he just flipped over and landed flat on his back. He's going to make it through the round by the look of it. Looking for that right hand again there, SENOL, and Tolkunbek Uulu was not enjoying this. I just saw him give his corner a bit of a grimace. There goes the bell. Big round. Well, SENOL, that knockdown won't necessarily mean that it would be a 10-8. I've been explaining that over the course of the last few days, but in the context of this round, I think it will be, because it was the kind of exclamation point on what was a dominant display during the course of the 3 minutes. And there you go, 10-8 for 4 judges, but not for Alexander Kamadov, and that's what I'm talking about. Just because he knocked him down, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be 10-8. Just managing to avoid the right hand there. I didn't quite have time on the replay to see the knockdown, but we know how it happened. It was pretty much a mirror image of the right hand that we did see land, but it was with more force, and the balance was slightly less good for Tolkunbek Uulu, and that's why he ended up dumped heavily onto his back. He actually did well to get through the rest of that round, because in the 10 seconds after he got up, he got pinned with a couple of punches pretty much straight away, and they were solid too. And I wondered at that point whether the fight might be about to draw to a close, but it didn't prove to be the case. 30 seconds into round 3, SENOL looking aggressive again here, catches him with that right hand. He wants the finish. And SENOL's another example of a guy who's definitely carrying a bit more weight than he maybe could be. You see that belly just quivering over the top of that belt line at times, but he's fit enough to fight 3 rounds at a good pace. And that is not to be underestimated. Big right hand over the top again there. I would like to see him throw that right hand straight more. I know he made me look foolish when I just said that in the previous round and he threw it wide and scored the knockdown, but I do think he would have more success if he threw it straight. But he really loads up to get the power and throws it wide, and that kind of, it's kind of a hook, kind of an overhand right, a mixture between the two, really. Kyrgyzstan corner just trying to keep him going, Tolkunbek Uulu. They know that this is hard for him.
İşte bu. Aferin aynı böyle. Bırak. Ahmet aşağı parka. Sağ direkt sola parka. Ahmet. Bir daha. Sağ diğeri bas ama. İşte bu. Aşağı boş. Aşağı bomboş. Aşağı bomboş. Ahmet aşağı boş. Ahmet. Ahmet aşağı boş oğlum. Sola parka aşağıya. Sola parka. Çık sağ direkt.
Left to the body, right up top. He's thrown that combination quite a few times. You see him just bobbing from side to side there, Senol, as he looks to move in. There's two reasons for that. One is to keep his head on the move and make him harder to find as he closes down that space, but he'll generally finish with a weave to his left and then throw that left hand to the body, and off the back of that, the right hand over the top. He just wants to get through here now, TOLKUNBEK UULU. This fight has gone. It had gone a long time ago. Still pouring in those 1-2s there, Senol. There goes the belt. And it's a comfortable win there for the Turkish fighter in the blue there, Ahmet Senol. Good performance from him. There's that jab. He doesn't throw that much, but it's decent when he does. He gets some good power on it. And that's the bob and weave that I'm talking about. He doesn't always remember to do it, but when he does, it's quite effective.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, 5 points with unanimous decision. From the blue corner, Ahmet SENOL Ahmet.
So Senol gets it, as we knew that he would. There's plenty of 10-8s in there. There was a point off as well for holding. That was in that second round. He got knocked down, and then not long after that, they had a point taken. At that stage, it was all over. It was all over. And